All right, so let's get into our article. It begins by telling us about a man. It says Bill Berloni has a passion for animals. Wow, okay, if you're an animal lover, you would have a passion for animals. A passion is like a great love, joy, and enthusiasm. So people often, if you're lucky, you might have a passion for your job, or you might also have passion for your hobbies, the things you do in your free time. Why do you spend your free time doing that? Because you really like it. You have a passion for it. So tell us about Bill Berloni's passion for animals.
Okay, well, it says his job is to train animals for acting roles on TV shows, plays, and movies.
Wow, cool.
So he trains them, which means he teaches them how to act. You know, in a movie, in a TV show.
Okay, so they have to have someone there who's an expert with the animals. When the dog is supposed to sit on the sofa and sleep, they have to have someone telling them that, because if the dog suddenly walks away, they have to start all over again. So Bill Berloni will be there, but he has some help. We learn at home, Bill and his wife Dorothy care for over 30 animals.
That's a lot of animals.
There are sometimes 2 cats. Seems like a lot of animals to me. But they have 30 animals at home, and you probably won't be surprised to learn that they're not all dogs.
There's a lot of different
30
ones.
dogs would be a lot, but what do they have?
Our article says this includes 26 rescue dogs.
26 dogs. That's nothing.
No, not at all. A cat? They have only 1 cat, though.
Well, you can't really train a cat so well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Anyways, okay.
And
26 dogs, a cat.
a macaw.
A macaw. Okay, that's like
sorry.
a parrot. So one of those talking, colorful birds. Okay.
A llama.
A llama.
That's huge.
It's like a little camel that they have in South America with a long neck and very beautiful furry hair. Okay, a llama. I've never seen a llama in a movie. Anyways.
2 horses.
2 horses. All right.
Okay. A pony.
A young horse.
One.
Okay.
Yeah, a pony. 2 pigs.
Okay, pigs are cute.
And a very grumpy donkey.
And a grumpy donkey.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Donkeys are those animals, look very similar to horses. They're smaller. They go hee-haw, hee-haw, like that. And they're famous for being stubborn. If you tell the donkey to walk, it'll just stand there like, no, I don't want to walk.
Do it.
But they're kind of cute. The other day I saw a picture of a baby donkey. It's the cutest thing you've ever seen.
How small is it?
Go Google baby donkey. They're like this big and they're furry. They're so cute. Anyways, we had a vocabulary word there, didn't we?
Rescue.
Rescue.
Okay, so it's a noun, but let's look at its meaning when it's a verb first, so you guys understand what it means. Okay, so to rescue something means to save it from danger. Okay, so a rescue dog is a dog that has been rescued, which means the dog might have been in danger, or maybe the dog didn't have a home, possibly, and maybe they would have been put down, which means, you know, they would have to kill the dog. So a rescue dog is one where you rescued it, you saved it from danger. Okay? Here's an example sentence for the word rescue. Rescue workers arrived at the scene of the accident a few minutes after a witness called 119.
Wow, so they got there in time to rescue the person in danger, and then they would call that a rescue. Right, on the news you might hear the police today were involved in the rescue of a dog running on the highway or something. That dog was in danger, they rescued it, it was a rescue. All right, let's get back to the article. Oh, before we do that, I should briefly explain. Yes, macaw, as we mentioned, is kind of like a parrot. Often they're sort of red and blue, or maybe blue and yellow. They can live to be very, very old, those birds. 60, 70 years old in some cases. And they're famous for being able to copy the way people speak. So they can't actually talk to you, but if you teach the macaw or the parrot words and even sentences, they will be able to repeat them and sound almost like a human. Very amazing. I think naturally they live in either Africa or South America, like the Amazon jungle. Anyways, let's get back to the article.
And then, do you remember there was that llama, which you talked about too, which is kind of like a camel. Looks like a camel, right? They're kind of cute.
Kind of. It's, you know, 4 legs, long body, very long neck.
They have like fur that kind of looks like a sheep.
And they spit water.
Do they?
They spit. They're a little bit grumpy sometimes, I think. Yeah. But yes, they're another South American animal you can find in the Andes. But actually, they're all over the world these days. You can farm them for their coat and for their meat and for many different reasons. Grumpy is a word we have here. We talked about a grumpy donkey. Well, grumpy is a feeling or an emotion. We often use it, of course, for people. If you're grumpy, you're in a bad mood. You have a black cloud hanging over your head. Maybe something bad happened and it's causing you problems, causing you worry. And don't talk to me. That's terrible. Get away from me. I'm really grumpy today. I'm in a bad mood.
I bet you're interested in Bill and Dorothy's lives, aren't you?
They must be very interesting living with so many animals.
30 of them.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Well, Animal Planet's show From Wags to Riches lets people peek into their interesting lives.
Interesting. From wags to riches. We'll explain. There's a little joke in that sentence or in that title, but wag here is the action that a dog's tail makes when it moves back and forth, right? So if you see the dog wagging its tail, it's probably in a good mood. Here, though, we're using it as a noun. That's kind of unusual. They're using it as a noun just because it's in a title mainly.
Right.
But I guess you could say the happy dog gave his tail a wag when he saw his owners coming home. That means it was making that motion. But generally, he's wagging his tail. It wagged its tail. They are wagging their tails. We often more commonly use it as a verb. And we had another verb there, a peek. Getting a peek into their lives.
So to peek at something means to look at something quickly and to only see a bit of it. So we usually do this when we're probably not supposed to look at something, right?
Probably,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, you might peek into a room when you want to see someone, if someone's in there. You don't want to walk all the way in, but you just open the door very, very quickly. And the title we should mention should be From Rags to riches. Rags would be like old, ripped up clothes. If someone goes from rags to riches, J.K. Rowling is often a good example. She was quite poor when she was young, even as an adult, but then of course she wrote Harry Potter. Now she is very rich. She went from poor to rich, rags to riches. But here, they changed the rags to wags. So basically, we're learning that these people with their dogs, they have a very good business. They make a lot of money using these dogs in movies. Very cool. And a lot of these animals started off in very simple places too. It says many of the dogs in Bill's home have been rescued from the streets.
That word again.
Yeah, they didn't buy these dogs. They just found them on the streets. They saved them. They rescued them. They brought them out of the dangerous life of living on the street to live in their homes. So now they're part of their homes, but they were rescued from a dangerous life out in the wild or on the streets. For example, you could say the firefighters rescued the old woman from the burning building.
Okay, next the article says, on the first episode, Bill has to train 2 dogs to play the role of Sandy in the hit musical Annie.
Tomorrow, I'll
love you tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'll see you tomorrow.
Annie, very famous musical, famous songs. They made it into a movie not long ago. And that's right, Sandy is her cute little mutt that she had when she was living on the streets.
A mutt, you mean?
A mutt. A mutt is one of those dogs that's mixed. It's not one kind of dog or anything special. It's two mixed up. Mutts are the best dogs because they're very healthy and you don't have to pay for them. So get a mutt.
Okay, so we also saw the word episode, and it means, well, actually, episode is something you guys might be familiar with if you watch television series.
I watch television.
So a television series is one where it kind of plays maybe once a week or twice a week, and the story is continued each week. Okay?
Right.
So it's not a movie, it's like one little part of the show.
Okay.
And there's a lot of different episodes.
Oh, okay. So a series will be made up of many episodes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is basically one 30-minute or maybe 1 hour long show. That would be one episode of your favorite show. So they're training these dogs. The article continues and says, to do this, Bill works closely with the show's child actress. That's right. The Annie in the Annie show, in the Annie musical, is a young girl. And of course, if she's walking with the dog, she has to be very good friends with the dog. Otherwise, the dogs will run away from her or bite her, and that won't be a good show.
No, not at all.
No.
Okay. Our article also says, this way, the dogs will follow her commands on stage. Okay, so that would be pretty important, right?
Sure, if she says sit, they should sit.
Yeah, let's take a look at our third vocabulary word. Our third vocabulary word, command, is a noun. A command is an order you give to someone or an animal. For example, if I say to my dog, Benet, sit, that's a command. Here's another example sentence. You may only begin the test when the teacher gives the command. That means you can only start when the teacher says, go.
So they have to teach the dogs in many special ways. We also read he also uses some special tricks. He's an expert at training dogs. What kinds of tricks?
For example, when Bill needs his dog to raise a paw in the air, he puts tape on its paw.
Puts tape, like a sticky tape.
Yeah, so I guess they don't like that, so they'll try to take it off.
They'll try to shake it off.
So a paw, if you guys don't know yet, is the foot of an animal. And it's the foot that has foots that have nails or claws, we would call a paw. So dog's paw.
Dog's paw, cat's paw. Bears would have a paw, but a horse or a cow or something, they would have something different, a hoof in that case. So we have an example sentence for paw, which reads,
Christopher wiped his dog's paws after they went for a walk.
He wiped his dog's paw. Oh yeah, you don't want them to bring the mud in and the wet street stuff into the house. Okay, but back in the article it says the dog doesn't want to stand on something sticky, so it holds its paw up for the scene. Interesting. So I guess they put the tape there, or maybe even on the stage, and it'll just know if I put my hand on that, ugh, I don't want that. So he kind of does that, which looks very cute.
Bill's creative methods help his dog pull off their roles. So the word creative is our fifth vocabulary word, and to be creative means to use your imagination to create something new or to do something differently. For example, the marketing department is responsible for coming up with creative ways to promote the company's products.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we also saw our shortcut for you for today. Let's take a quick break to learn more about the phrase, pull something off.